Welcome to Casa de Kokopelli. We're up here on Miramonte Ridge. My wife and I, Karen, and we've owned this property for 5 years. And it's really been a love of our life. We have put thousands of hours of our own time in to make this a very special place. And of course, along with that, we put in several $100,000 of all the usual pool and new roof and appliances. But beneath all that, we've always think of our house as a palette, as a place to live inside of our art, not just to look at art. We're both artists and artisans, and so we've applied those skills here to our house. My wife in particular is a great gardener, and so when you come into the house, you're going to come into our courtyard. We call it our whimsical courtyard. We have 30 different varieties of succulents and lots of garden art, and it's just a very fun, whimsical place. So when you come in that massive steel door that actually has a screen and glass, you're drawn to the view. This is the first thing you see, and everyone is typically just drawn to look out at the view. One of the most special parts of the house is a mosaic, a desert scene mosaic that we commissioned, which is right in the foyer. We have lots of wood and exposed stone here in a 12-foot ceiling. The artisanship, the craftsmanship. So that's sort of the feeling you get with the house. All the windows are trimmed in mahogany. There's mahogany crown molding. I call it cowboy crown. That's this whole feel, this arts and crafts feel of this room. Once you get past the mahogany, you then start looking at these shelves, the fireplace, the stone fireplace, and we put those shelves in to exhibit our art. But we hope the new owners have their own collection. They might have mementos, they might have figurines, they might have family photos, and we hope that they put those on the shelves, because then as you sit here, what we used to do would be sit here and look at our art and really enjoy that. So then when you get into the kitchen, you've got your normal brand new induction cooktop and convection oven, refrigerator wrapped in these vinyl wrapping with some old funny posters that keep the fingerprints off your stainless steel. We bought 2 vintage alder doors, handmade in Mexico. And when you run your hands over them, you can feel that they're hand planed. And you can see that an artisan made those, not a machine. We've got a chandelier. We call the steam-powered chandelier, industrial, steampunk aesthetic. And then we have custom pendants that we commissioned from a glass blower, a woman glass blower in New Mexico. So one of the very unique parts of the house is we have a art installation, as I call it. I'm very much into vintage furniture, the feeling of vintage posters. And so I've created in my vision in the first floor level was to create a vintage pub underneath the Victoria Railroad station in London in 1920s. Going down the stairway, you've got a steam railing with steam gauges for the hand railing. You've got copper ceiling, lots of travel posters, which you would have in the Victoria Railroad station. And then you get down to the pub. I call it the old cog. It's very obvious when you get in there. There's these huge gears and chains, copper top bar. You've got a 1930s telephone. You've got the wet bar was an 1890s walnut washstand that we put a copper sink in for a wet bar. We pretend like we're in 1920s. We play old music, and it's just a fun place. You just feel like you've gone back in time.